Hello and welcome to the Free Kick Podcast. My name is Todd, and welcome to Game 2 of the Round of 8. So last game we had Ricky versus Scott, and in a surprising game, in my opinion, maybe not for you guys, the listeners, but Ricky won in a blowout, 18-8. Scott, the guy who's been quizzing all of us on Twitter, who I'm like, I don't even know any of his questions and everything. He is out of the tournament, which is so surprising to me. But today we have another big matchup. Some people think this guy, or Ryan, is the tournament favorite, and then we have Rich, who is no slouch either. So welcome back on the show, guys.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yes.
No problem.
I agree with you. Ryan is the favorite. I totally agree with that.
I don't know.
He's going to coast.
How's that feel, Ryan?
I'm flattered. I'm flattered to say the least.
Yeah, absolutely. But I wanted to say before we get into the game, I love part 1 of your Philadelphia Union story, Ryan. I can't wait for part 2. Hopefully we get that soon.
Yes, I'm in the midst of researching. I was in the midst of researching today. Should be going up in the next couple days.
Yeah, I'll let you guys again, like always, plug yourselves at the end and everything, but definitely check out what Ryan's doing on YouTube and everything. It's great content. Talk Doop with Ryan it is, and again, I'll let you plug it at the end. But before we start the game, I want to bring up one thing. So I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but this past week, Gareth Bale's been talking, I forget what the podcast was, I'll link it in the show notes and everything, but he was talking about MLS recently, and he said, I think it's a league that's on the up and is still rising. I think a lot more players want to come over to America now and play. I'd definitely be interested in it. I love going to Los Angeles on holiday and stuff like that. So my question to you guys, would this be a good move for the league if a 30-year-old injured-prone Gareth Bale joined the league?
Well, I mean, that's the standard answer that all these guys give. And they do. A lot of those guys do vacation over here. So they do see a very nice lifestyle. And there is things that are very attractive, to it for them. But it depends. Like anything, it depends on the money. He's certainly very well known. And I think he would tear up the league. Honestly, I really do. I never would have thought Zlatan would have ever played here. And he did. So I'll never say never to any of these guys. I don't think we would ever get him, obviously.
Well, I don't know. Do we have good golf courses in Philadelphia? Because Gareth Bale loves his golf. So
yeah, I just think on the marketing side of things, a lot of people follow Real Madrid, Tottenham, places that Gareth Bale's been. So yeah, I think that would bring a lot of interest to MLS teams. I've been, that one Union game when they played LA Galaxy, there was a ton of people in Zlatan jerseys. So for sure, bringing the big name players just brings more interest to teams, and I think that's always a good thing for MLS.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I look at things for the Philadelphia Union. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but this year, I mean, granted, it's the first year that I went to games and everything, but I wasn't expecting to see so many fans come in Mexico jerseys and everything just for Marco Fabian and everything. And I know at the player tunnels, just waiting and everything before we headed to our seats, there was just so many people at the gates and everything, just trying to get Marco Fabian's attention and everything. So yeah, you're definitely right. I mean, it's players that we know over the world and everything, and it's definitely good for the league because it attracts people to games that might not really come to the game. If I had a bet, though, I think if Gareth Bale does come to the league, I think it's going to be into Miami. I mean, that project that David Beckham's doing, great weather down in Miami. People say they have good golf courses down there, so either in Miami or Los Angeles, it seems like where these European players want to go. So, like you said, Rich, definitely not here to Philadelphia.
Well, the thing is, they're getting guys that still have a lot of miles left in the tank. I mean, there's always a Pirlo who doesn't, but Wayne Rooney was a solid contributor when he was here. Zlatan did great while he was here. Keane even, just go down the list. I mean, it's we still get some of those retirement guys, but somebody like Gareth Bale would be a real get for anyone, really, for soccer reasons, even, really.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, especially, I mean, you got, like you said, I mean, it's the answer he gave is the standard answer these guys are going. But nonetheless, I mean, it is good that they're talking about the league and everything. And like you said, Ryan, I mean, Gareth Bale played for Real Madrid, played for Tottenham. This is a player that everybody knows scored that great bicycle kick in the Champions League against Liverpool. So sorry to all you Liverpool fans to bring that back up. But I think it would be a good move and everything. And especially, I mean, Gareth Bale saying just more and more people over in Europe are talking about this, and it's only going to be good for the league to just get more people interested. But let's go ahead and start with the game. So, like always, we'll start with 5 and 25, which, if you're new, 5 and 25 is where I ask each contestant 5 questions, and they have 25 seconds to answer the question. The clock starts after I read the first question. If a contestant doesn't know the answer, they can say skip, and then we can go back to the question if time permits. Each question will be worth 2 points. And Ryan, we will start with you. So, any questions, you guys?
Nope.
Awesome. And the clock starts, Ryan, as soon as I get down the first question. So here we go. Your first question, Ryan. Who led this question, I should say, too. There's 2 answers, so I'll just take 1 or 2. But here we go. That question is, who led the Union in goals in 2018?
Corey Burke and Fafa Pico.
What is the most goals a Union player has scored in the regular season?
18.
What year did Ray Gaddis make his Union debut?
2012.
Who did the Union play in opening day of 2015?
Vancouver.
What's the most goals the Union have scored in the regular season?
75.
And just at the buzzer went off. So that last question, what is the most goals the Union have scored in the regular season? Yeah, I know that timer is going, Ryan, so you just had to throw a number out there. That is 58. They set that in 2019 , so I wish we scored 75 goals. Ooh,
that was going to be this year. That was going to be this
exactly. Year. If Ordvats has anything to say about it, and like you said, Rich, I think on Twitter, this is definitely not a sexy season. So,
oh man, it's crazy.
And then I asked you, Ryan, who did the Union play opening day of 2015? You said Vancouver. That answer was Colorado again, just another one of those random questions. What is the most goals a Union player has scored in the regular season? That is 16 goals. What year did Ray Gaddis make his Union debut? That is 2012. That was against Columbus Crew. And then the question you got right, the second one, who led the Union in goals in 2018? You got both of the players. That was Fafa Pico and Corey Burke. I would have taken just one answer.
It's awesome.
They both scored 10 goals. So, Ryan, that gives you 4 points. And like I said, you went 2 for 5. Now, here we go, Rich. We're going to you.
All right. That's good. I think I would have gotten 2 of those.
Hey, and there we go. But let's see what you can do with your questions. First question for you, Rich. What Union player has scored 16 goals in his 2017 regular season?
Sapong.
What year did Aaron Wheeler make his Union debut?
2015.
Who was second in goals for the Union last year?
Fabian.
Who did the Union play opening day of 2016?
DC.
What was the most assists the Union have assisted in the regular season?
16.
And here we go. So the time.
Oh, the team. I just didn't even think of that. God.
Yeah.
Darn it.
Hey, it's all good. So the last one I asked you, what was the most assists the Union have assisted in the regular season? That was 59. That was also last season. Last year was the time that the Union just set all kinds of records and everything. A great year for the Union. Who did the Union play opening day of 2016? That was FC Dallas. Another one of those random questions I asked you, Rich.
Yep.
Who was second in goals for the Union last year? You were right. That was Marco Fabian with 7 goals. What year did Aaron Wheeler make his Union debut? That was 2013, also against Columbus Crew. And then the first question you got right, which was, what Union player scored 16 goals in the 2017 regular season? That was indeed CJ Sapong. So you also went 2 for 5, Rich, and you guys are all tied up 4 to 4.
No, I've noticed it seems like most of the time people get 2 out of 5.
You're absolutely right. So, I mean, it's definitely good to get on the board early on, but, there's still plenty of points to pick up along the way, which brings us to the next category, which is true/false. This is pretty self-explanatory. I'll ask each contestant 5 true/false questions. You guys are not timed on this, and each question will be worth 1 point each. Rich, we will stick with you, so whenever you're ready.
I'm ready.
Here we go. First question for you, Rich. True or false? The most goals the Union have scored in a half is 5.
That sounds true.
It is true. Do you remember when they did that?
I remember that game thinking, wow, they're going to score 10 when they didn't. They only scored 6.
Yeah, you're right.
I think, total, right?
Yep, last year against New England. And I believe right after that game, Brad Friedel got fired. So the Union, I think, did that on multiple occasions last season. So
we did. That was great.
Here we go. Question number 2 for you. True or false? Jamiro Montero has 4 goals in his Union career.
Ooh. I'm going to say it's in the ballpark, so I'm going to say true.
It is indeed true. Yeah, absolutely. Question number 3, true or false? Christian Maidana recorded a hat trick of assists 3 times in his Union career.
A hat trick of assists?
Of assists, yep.
3 times in his career. I want to say false.
It is true. I was surprised by this. He did it against Vancouver in 2014. He did it against Portland in 2015, and he also did it against Chicago in 2015. I mean, what a player Christian Maidana was, and unfortunately, I know we all remember that goal he scored for Houston against the Union. Unfortunate, but that's definitely not the road we want to go down, and we want to remember the positives that Christian had given the Union, not taken away.
It's pretty good, though. 3 hat tricks of assists in a short tenure is pretty darn good.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I was looking this up, and spoiler alert for you guys listening to this at some point, he had 15 assists. I forget what year it was, but when I saw that, I was like, that was a ton of assists.
On a bad team.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was not a very good team at all. I think that might have been like 2015.
Yeah, I think it was 2015. Oh, there we go. Ryan, the expert, like we were talking before this. I mean, Ryan knows everything.
Yeah, I'm going up against a documentarian here who's researching the team. I'm using old brain cells here that have been abused over the years.
But here we go, Rich, getting back on track. Question number 4 for you. True or false? El Seno has more yellow cards than Sebastian Letou in his Union career.
Wow. I think Letou only has 1, so does El Seno have any? And you said true or false?
True or false?
El Seno has more.
Yes.
I'm going to say true.
It is true. Yeah, I was also surprised by this. I mean, Seba's been with the club for a while. I mean, I guess El Seno is definitely getting there too. El Seno has 9 yellow cards so far in his career, while Seba has 8. So I was surprised Seba had that many, but yeah.
I thought I just heard recently that I don't know what I'm thinking.
I don't think he's ever been sent off. I don't think
he's never been sent off. That's what it is, yeah.
I was thinking, how would El Seno get yellows? And he's the kind of guy that does those tactical fouls occasionally because he's not going to catch someone.
Yep. So, he's not going to be able to catch up with you.
Sent off too, so.
Yep. And here we go. Your final question, Rich. True or false? The Union scored 48 goals in 2018.
Ooh, interesting. I think that's I think that's false. I think it's a little higher.
It is false, and you're right. It is higher by 1 goal. 49 they scored in 2018. So.
Oh, I thought it was a little higher than that even.
Yep. So not bad at all, Rich. You went 4 for 5. So like I said, I mean, there's still plenty of points to get going down this, and you almost went perfect. So that gives you 8 points so far, Rich. And now we go to you, Ryan. Are you ready?
Yes.
Here we go. Question number 1 for you. True or false? Sergio Santos recorded 5 shots on goal in 2019 against New England Revolution.
Well, he had 2 goals in that game. I know he almost had a third. Sounds like something that would be true, but I'm going to stick with my gut and say true.
It is indeed true. He did all in the second half, like you said, Rich. I mean, that was a game I thought the Union could have scored 10 goals. And
I wish they would have. I always wish teams would just keep their foot on the pedal.
Me too. Yeah. But 6 goals, I mean, that was a great night. Too bad. That game was played during the week, I think, and too bad the stadium wasn't full because for all the Union fans that went to that game, I mean, that was definitely a great game for us to go to, and I believe David Akam also got on the score sheet, and don't ask
Casper and Jack Elliott, I believe.
Look at this kid. This kid knows everything.
I was watching the highlights of that game the other day.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's what's fun about this contest, Todd, honestly, is because there's no soccer. And it's kind of like the Union's been kind of drifting from my mind a bit, but this is like bringing all back such good memories, and I really appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I say it all the time, being a newer fan and everything, it's like cool looking up this random history of the club and then going back and watching random YouTube highlights, or if I can occasionally find a full game, then I'll go back and watch it. But living in Maryland, I'm kind of geo-locked out of it, so I guess I got to get a VPN or something.
I'll tell you what would be interesting for you if you're curious about that kind of stuff, not to hijack in the middle of your turn here, Ryan, but if you ever look back at the Big Soccer Philadelphia Union message board, it's fascinating to look at what like fans were thinking at the time and the kind of things that were going on. You can look like game by game. It's really, I was doing that the other day, and it was, boy, were we angry back then.
Hey, I would definitely check that out. Anything to pass the time, right? Here we go, though, Ryan. Question number 2 for you. True or false? Andre Blake leads the Union and wins with 46.
So the wins for goalkeepers?
Yep. Wins for goalkeepers.
Yeah, I believe that is true.
It is indeed true. So, I mean, I think you probably would have had 2 choices here, Zach McMath or Andre Blake. But, I mean, there's earlier years and everything were pretty bad for the Union. So, Andre Blake's been pretty good for the Union. I mean, last year, not so much. But this year, he looked good against LAFC. And hopefully we'll be able to see more of Andre Blake this season. But question number 3 for you. True or false? In 2018, Harris Medunjanin led the Union in assists with 12.
2018. He was signed in 17, I believe. Yeah, I think that's true.
It is false. So Harris had 7 assists, but Borg Dakal, he had 18 assists.
I forgot about this.
He did, and he led all of MLS in assists that year. Too bad we couldn't hold on to him, an assist machine, but Brendan Aronson, hopefully he can be what he was and provide goals also for us. But here we go. Question number 4 for you, Ryan. True or false? Jack Elliott led the Union in yellow cards in 2018.
Jack Elliott. 2018. Trusty. Who else is on that team? Fabinho. Rosenberry, I think, was on the team then. You said Elliott, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna go true.
It is false. And
Really?
so I was super, super surprised by this. Fafa Pico led the Union that year with yellow cards with 7. Elliott, he had 6.
Wow, that's surprising.
It is, yeah. I mean, you would think a defender would get it, but I guess Fafa, he's always running back and forth, offense to defense, and he does put in some of those harsh challenges and everything. But final question for you, Ryan. True or false? Fabinho has 2 career goals for the Union.
I just was watching a video of one from 2013. In all competition, right? So like
regular season. Regular season.
Regular season. I'm pretty sure that's true.
It is indeed true. So I'm glad you asked that, and I definitely should have elaborated more on that. But you're indeed right. That is true. Fabinho only 2 goals in the regular season for the Union. So Ryan, that puts you at 3 out of 5. That gives you 7 points. And Rich, you have 8 points. Guys, the last category, all to play for still. And that final category is Name the Union Player. So in the final category, contestants will go head-to-head against each other in guessing the Union player I'm describing. I'll give 5 clues, and contestants can buzz in whenever they think they know the player. So for example, if Rich knows it, he would say his name. And if a contestant answers the wrong answer, that will freeze them out until the next player is described. Each question will be worth 3 points each. Questions, anyone?
Nope.
Awesome. Here we go. Player number 1, ADP signing. Hint number 2, jersey number 10. Hint number
Rich.
Go ahead, Rich.
I'm just taking a shot here. Marco Fabian.
It is indeed Marco Fabian. So
lucky.
you had a couple choices there. Number 3 is a midfielder. That doesn't help that much. Hint number 4, scored game-winning goal against New York Red Bulls in the playoffs. And hint number 5, first name Marco. Marco Fabian is indeed the right answer.
I figure I gotta be quick for Ryan. He's gonna be pretty quick, I think.
I agree with you. Here we go though. Player number 2, 3rd round pick for the Union in the 2012 MLS Super Draft.
Ryan.
Go ahead, Ryan.
Ray Gaddis.
It is not Ray Gaddis. So, Rich, sit back and enjoy the rest of these hints. Hint number 2, jersey number 29. Hint number 3, scored the game-winning goal against Vancouver on July 27th of 2013. Hint number 4, spent time on loan at the Harrisburg City Islanders. And hint number 5, first name Antoine.
Rich. That's Antoine Hoppeneau.
It is indeed Antoine Hoppeneau. Here we go, guys. Player number 3 is a defender. Jersey number 16, then switched to number 15. Hint number 3, 2nd overall pick in the 2016 MLS Super Draft.
Oh, Ryan.
Go ahead, Ryan.
2nd overall pick. I think that. Am I timed on this?
No.
I think I know this. You said 15 first, right?
He was he was jersey number 16, then he switched to 15, and then he was a second overall pick in the 2016 MLS Super Draft.
Okay. That would be Josh Yarrow.
It is indeed Josh Yarrow. Here we go. Player number 4 is a midfielder. Hint number 2, spent majority of his career in Germany. Hint number 3, jersey number 85 in his first season. Go ahead, Ryan.
Tranquillo Barnetta.
It is indeed Tranquillo Barnetta. I wish we could have had him a lot longer than we did. And the other hints for that were scored a beautiful free kick against Joe Bendick of Orlando City. First name Tranquillo.
Yeah, that dude's a baller. I loved him.
Yeah,
me too. And too bad he wanted to go back to his hometown. And, but I mean, I guess you can't blame a player.
He did it the right way, and he got to end it the way he wanted. And he's beloved every single place he was at. So.
Yeah, and how many players can say that they went out on their own terms, were happy with the career they had and everything? Not many players, and super excited to get to meet him first time last season back at that alumni night. Super nice guy and everything. And there was a really nice event by the Union. But guys, player number 5, this question will decide it for he's going on to the semifinals. No pressure. And I think I picked a good player here for you guys. So here we go. Hint number 1 is a midfielder. Hint number 2, spent majority of his career playing for the Steel. Hint number 3, played for Ghana's U15 team and eventually switched to represent the U.S. U20s and U23s. Correct, Ryan.
Ghana. Who played for Ghana? You said midfielder, right?
Yep.
Okay, I think... No, he's Cameroon. Okay, oh, God, what? I feel like I'm going to say the wrong guy. But, is it no, it's not Eric Ayuk. It is you said Ghana, right?
Yes.
I'm sorry to stretch this out. I believe it is Nishi Galina.
It is not Galina. So here we go. 2 more hints for you, Rich. Hint number 4, traded to Nashville. And hint number 5, first name Derek.
Yeah, that's Jones.
It is indeed Derek Jones, and
Ryan Nagalina would have been my guess. You beat me to it by like a half a second.
I thought it was Eric Ayuk at first. That's why I said. Then I remember he played for Cameroon.
That was a good match, Ryan. I really thought you were going to smoke me, honestly.
I don't know. I wasn't sure what to expect.
Yeah. Well,
it was fun.
You've created a lot of good content for the Union, so just in life in general, you're winning.
Yeah, absolutely. But for you guys keeping score at home, the final score comes out to be Rich with 17 points, Ryan with 13. Congratulations, Rich, for going on, and Ryan, great game and everything. And I'm definitely going to get you back on the podcast once this tournament's finished, because I definitely want to talk about you. Just dive into how you became a Union fan a lot more than what you've expressed on the podcast. But again, congratulations to you, Rich, for advancing to the semifinals.
Yeah, thanks. And like I said, Ryan, that was a great match there.
Yes, it was fun.
And I did really enjoy the Volume 1, and I cannot wait for Volume 2. I've been watching your stuff since you were just a little guy.
Thank you. Thanks for being a supporter of the Talk Doop with Ryan show.
Hey, go ahead. I was going to say, go ahead, Ryan. Just let everybody know where to find you on social media, YouTube, and everything. Just plug yourself.
Yep. So YouTube is Talk Doop with Ryan. Twitter at Talk Doop. Probably will be expanding to Instagram soon, but I don't think that's as prevalent for everyone. So, yeah, Twitter and YouTube are my main platforms that you can find me on.
Absolutely. And Rich, where can people find you?
Rich_Laurie on Twitter, and yep, that's it. Also, that's it. You can come to my house. You can find me here. Or quarantining. Standing out my front door.
Yeah, I think all of us are doing the same thing, only if we could go down to Chester. So I think you were probably one of the last people to go to the stadium, even though they weren't playing, Rich. So I saw
somebody posted pictures today. I think, did they have the blood drive today or something?
Yeah, the blood drive at the stadium today.
Yeah.
Again, great game from you guys and everything. If you guys, you listeners, if you guys aren't following the podcast, you can follow the podcast at Free Kick Pod on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. You find it by searching the Free Kick by Todd Lewis. And again, just congratulations, Rich, and great showing from both of you guys. And like I said, I'm definitely going to get you back on, Ryan, once this is all done and everything. And thank you guys so much for coming on. And with that said, my name is Todd, and this is the Free Kick Podcast.